This is the Health Rebels podcast hosted by me, Steve Hicks. I have over a decade of experience as a personal trainer, and during that time, I have watched the smartest fitness advice fail people because we keep thinking that health and fitness is an individual's problem. The reality is there are forces all around us that are constantly pushing us to a default of being unhealthy and unhappy. To become truly healthy and happy, we have to rebel against those forces. So if you're ready to steal back control over your health and happiness, join me as we strip away the nonsense and show you the simple, healthy habits that will transform you into a health rebel. Let's dive into today's episode. Welcome back, Rebel. So yesterday we talked about the common imbalanced approach to health and wellness, right? And you'll remember from the Rebel Oath, one of the major parts is we want to break free from common standards. If it's incredibly common to have an imbalanced approach to health and fitness, and we saw how that can hold us back and how that can cause us to fall off the bandwagon, what we want to do is break free from that common standard and do something new, do something different. And that is going to be what we talk about today. So today, what we want to talk about is a balanced approach to health and fitness. We talked yesterday about how a singular pursuit eventually gets thwarted by some healthy habit we ignore. Things creep up, right? So today I want to give you an alternative. If yesterday we talked about a flat tire, today I want to give you the balanced wheel. In my coaching, I focus on not only the Rebel Oath that we went in depth last week about, but I also focus on the holistic wheel with my clients. Right? The holistic wheel is a wheel with 6 spokes, 6 components of health and fitness that, when balanced, create a smooth wheel that can roll down the road with less resistance, absorb more impacts, and give you an incredible journey. And we saw yesterday, if you're missing some spokes, you're gonna get a flat tire. So those 6 spokes, those 6 components are gonna be mindset, activity, nutrition, sleep, stress management, and support and accountability. Now, yesterday we talked about Hardcore Harry, right? We all know Hardcore Harry goes all out on workouts, but because his nutrition and sleep weren't taken care of, he felt like crap. Because stress wasn't managed, he was always on edge. Emotionally, he felt like crap, and it matched his physical bag of crap as well, right? He was killing it in workouts, and it didn't feel great. It was just a crappy experience because it was only the workouts. It was ultimately what he didn't do that held him back. Look, his workouts were a 10 out of 10. But that's the only place he shined. Honestly, I believe Hardcore Harry would have done far better, had better results and a better outcome if his workouts were just a 7 out of 10, as long as the other components were around a 7 as well. Look, his workouts would still be happening. His activity would be stimulating positive, healthy changes in his body. And because he's paying attention to nutrition, he'd have the building blocks to rebuild from his workouts. And he'd have more energy supply to enjoy the workouts instead of needing to fuel up on energy drinks. And his body would start to look more athletic. Working out sends signals to adapt and potentially to build. But he never gave himself the building blocks with nutrition to actually build with. So those workout signals didn't help him build more muscle. Now that he's eating better, he's feeling better, and he's looking better from his workouts. And because he's sleeping, he recovers from the workouts so he doesn't feel like crap. He's able to take those stairs without complaining about leg days. I mean, depending about the workouts, he may still feel the stairs, but not enough to complain to you about it. And he's also in a better mood in the morning to greet a spouse with because he's getting sleep. And that helps with some of the stress at home. And with improved sleep, Hardcore Harry is able to concentrate at work, and his boss isn't hounding him anymore. That helped with his work stress a lot. But there's still some stress. That's life, ain't it? But the reduced stress he has strategies to overcome so they don't nag at him. He thinks about his workouts, his body, and his life in a different way. Hardcore Harry used to be a champ in the gym, but he felt like crap outside of it, and he didn't get the most results from the gym. Now that he is more like a balanced Billy, his life has become more vibrant, more energetic. He's getting better results from workouts, and he's enjoying everything more. Now that everything is balanced and moving smoothly, he can be consistent and sustainable, and he can continue to improve. His balance wheel may only be a 7 out of 10, but by being balanced and able to show up over and over again, he's able to slowly grow and level up. In 3 months, everything is at about an 8 out of 10. Everything got better. He's more capable. He's more energetic. And he's got this youthful vitality, this vigor. And because it's balanced, if he wants, he can level up again. When your holistic wheel is balanced, everything starts to support everything else, and it improves everything else. In concert, it magnifies the outcome of each component. And most importantly, it creates security and safety to build sustainable, lifelong habits. So the holistic wheel is something I coach heavily with my clients. And each month we do an inventory of each component. We rate everything. We rate each component on a scale of 1 to 10, and where we find imbalance, we add an emphasis moving forward to bring the challenging piece back up to the rest, to bring that balance back up. Look, we all know it. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And the holistic wheel makes it so you have no weak links. And without weak links, your healthy habits need never break. Like I mentioned, there are 6 different components, and we're going to go over each one of those in depth over the next several episodes. Kind of like the same thing we did with the Rebel Oath. So, come back tomorrow, Rebel, and we will discuss the first component, the one I think is most important, and learn how a rebel approaches mindset. And until then, keep the oath, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Hey, thanks for listening to that episode of the Health Rebels podcast. Before you run off, I want to let you know about a free resource available for you. I do have a free Facebook community where I do daily live chats with other health rebels, provide more information, host group challenges, provide support, and just generally try to put more positivity on your newsfeed instead of the typically toxic political hate that we get surrounded by already. If you're not already in the Health Rebels Training Camp Facebook group, I'll tell you what, I'll sweeten the deal. When you join the Facebook group, I'll send you a free digital copy of my Health Rebels Pocketbook Guide. This little book highlights some of the hidden forces that have conspired against our health and happiness and gives you 2 powerful tools to fight back. You can join the Health Rebels Training Camp group by visiting www.facebook.com/groups/health-rebels. That's an S after both groups and Health Rebels. Or by checking out the show notes. You can also search on Facebook for Health Rebels Training Camp. I hope to see you inside.